Hey gang, Al Michaels here, and I'd like you to know that in 1977, in my first full year at ABC Sports, I hosted the World Wrist Wrestling Championships, now known as the Arm Wrestling Championships, held that year in Petaluma, California, the egg capital of the world. I had a fantastic time, and look where we've come now. I mean, when you think about it, I think back as that being maybe the seminal moment of my career. And it wasn't very big at that particular point, but now here we are in the big time. It's Hollywood. We've taken this event to Hollywood, to Los Angeles. So I want you to sit back and enjoy. It's going to be fantastic.
We welcome you to WAL 2018. $250,000 on the line here. Al Michaels said it best, folks. Look where we've come. We are in Los Angeles, California, across the street from the Staples Center where LeBron James will call home. Tonight we're inside of the Novo for the 5th event in the WAL Supermatch Showdown Series. It's event 405, year 4, event 5, and what a card we have tonight here at the Novo. Great to see you and be with you alongside my broadcast partner, Max Tobin. My name is Ben Holden, and Max, this card, your thoughts on that before we go any further?
I'm ready to jump out of my seat, Ben. This card is so exciting. There's so many matchups to talk about, but the marquee matchup is the main event. Devin, Matt, it's mega. It's gonna be big time.
Big time indeed. There are some great ones. We'll take you through them. We'll start with our first match of the night, which will feature a man from Alabama and a man from Sweden.
Opposite sides of the world, opposite, up and coming, how they grew up, but there's one thing in common. They love to pull, and they're both really good at it. So we'll see who the better man is going to be today.
Glenn Bengston and the Bama Bull, Justin Bishop. We'll see Mike Aiello for the first time in the Supermatch Series. Ian Carnegie's no stranger to this.
Yeah, big match. They're the second match. Alan Guerra in the third match with Mike Selearis. And then we got a great following up to the card, Erica and Tati in a huge match, followed by two of the, basically the co-main event and the main event. Monster Michael Todd, Marcio Barbosa, and that's going to be fireworks. That's going to be a war. And then the main event, Devin, Mask. I can talk about this match all night, but I'd just rather watch it.
Devin Larratt, the 9-time WAL champion. Matt Mask is hungry, wants a victory. He will have to go through the Michael Jordan of this sport. There's the match card. Your thoughts as we go through those, Max?
Every match is amazing. I mean, every match has the potential to be an absolute war, very entertaining. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I think every match is going to be a show.
It really should be. And before we go any further, let's get those educated watching and those in the venue tonight on the WAL rules of the game. The referee begins the match by centering the competitor's hands on the table. The hands must be level, close, and tightly set. If their grip slips, they will be placed in the strap. During the match, the arm wrestlers must keep their elbow on the pad at all times. To win the match, a competitor must touch his opponent's hand or wrist to the pad or break the plane of the pin line. 3 fouls is a loss. So our rules of the game, and the crowd is turned out here at the Novo in Los Angeles, California. An electric atmosphere, ready to watch 6 great matches unfold before our eyes. Max, I like to say it's the ultimate reality television. It will be. Tell us about Glenn Bengston and what's special about him.
He's from Sweden, massive arm wrestling, just nation, very, very popular sport, mainstream sport there, one of the biggest sports in the country. So the pedigree of him is started young and stuck with it. So now he's elite, and he's had plenty of experience.
He'll be opposed tonight by a very popular figure in this sport. He's got that Bear Bryant fedora. He's got a mean streak to him, the Bama Bull, Justin Bishop.
Justin Bishop. He's a buddy of mine, Bama Bull. He's very intense, Southern power, and I'm expecting a very hyped up match in this first round. and I can't wait.
Indeed the case. Justin Bishop, no stranger to the Supermatch series, his third event. What do you say we get a closer look at home with the Bama Bull, Justin Bishop?
I'm Justin Bishop from Alexander City, Alabama. I'm 25 years old. I've been arm wrestling for about 4 years. I pulled a 165 class. People call me Bama, and you know, I just kind of threw the bull on there. It's kind of like a bull. You can see him from a distance, you know. When you get right up on him, he just reacts on you, you know, and that's kind of how I am on the table. You know, when I hear that word go, you know, it's on like a switch. That arm right there can't be pinned. That one, like that or like that. This way, it don't go that way. Yeah, it goes this way.
Just being completely honest with you, my brother's never been a real athletic person. Never worked out a day in his life, just done construction and stuff. Got him in the gym a little bit and started seeing that he had a lot of strength.
I've been concentrating a lot on stamina workouts. Anything to imitate arm wrestling that you can do is always a good thing. I have a 5-gallon bucket. It's filled with rice, and I just get my hand down in there towards the bottom, and I just turn it, crank it in a hook motion, you know, and I'll crank it in a top roll motion, and just, you know, imitate gripping up. The power from my hand comes from doing hard manual labor since I was this big. Every summer we'd go to work with Dad, pick up 2x4s all day in this 98% humidity. This is an easy day, but usually, you know, I get a good forearm pump. I mean, 10, 15 times a day. 2 things I know how to do, build houses and arm wrestling. Because a lot of guys just sit at a desk all day. There's no way your hand and wrist is going to be stronger than mine. I use it all day. And at the end of the day, it's just another guy across the table in my way for my money. I feel it's already my money. We're just here trying to take it, you know.
And he's got one of the best mottos in the sport. If you're not first, you're last, to quote Ricky Bobby. I love it. The tail of the tape, though, in all seriousness, Max, what do you make of it?
Similar guys, similar style, similar size and weight. You know, they've never pulled, Ben, but the stats are going to be very similar between these two. I think the table is going to tell the difference.
All right, very good. We'll keep our eyes on that as we go along in this match. Today's stream is being provided by BR Live. Download the app on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV to catch all of the WAL action. Now down to our pit announcer for the introductions, Justin Roberts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our opening contest, a best of 5 middleweight battle. Introducing first, competing out of Älmhult, Sweden. He stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 184 pounds with a record of 4 wins and only 1 loss. He is one of the international young guns in the WAL. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn, the Project Bengston. And his opponent, competing out of Alexander City, Alabama, standing at 6 feet tall and weighing in at 187 pounds with a record of 20 wins and 10 losses. He is consistently a top finisher in the WAL. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bama Bull, Justin Bishop.
So Justin Bishop, talking to him yesterday, Max, curious to get your thoughts on this. He said usually he takes about 3 days off a week, but he took 20 days off to recover. But he's been going strong here in this Supermatch series, though, so that's probably part of it.
He's had a match in consecutive events, and even though he's coming off a tough loss to Storm Chelino, I think as an arm wrestler, Ben, you learn more from your losses than your wins. This will be a sharp Justin Bishop. I expect this to be a very sharp Bishop.
I like that train of thought. The money girl drops the money in there. Bart Wood, our head referee, Jen Wood assisting, and Frank Bean as well. Best of 5.
Down a little bit, Glenn. Good. Right, down a little bit. I get it. Right there. Okay, we're going to the strap.
So 30 seconds had elapsed. You heard that buzzer, and now they automatically strap them up.
It's a simple rule, Ben. You can't get a grip in 30 seconds. You're going to get strapped up, and then you're going to have to get a grip because you're tied to your opponent. There's nowhere to run.
Or to hide.
Or to hide. And right now you're going to see a very intense first round. Look for both of them to try to take each other's hand and find a dominant position.
Yep.
Gentlemen, turn around a little bit, Glenn. Close your thumbs.
So they're strapped and just about set to go here.
Bart Wood tightens it up, latches it up.
Close your thumbs. Stay right here, gentlemen. Close your hands. Go!
Oh, and we're off! And it's Bishop! Bishop on top, Bishop with the pin. The Bama Bull is in the building. I told you he was gonna be ready. Here we go. Wow.
So 90 seconds for those new to our broadcast in the WAL between each pull. Max, let's look back. What was the key here?
Justin got on top of his arm. You see how his hand is on top, forcing Glenn to be palm up. His palm is looking up at the ceiling. That's what you want. That's leverage. And Bishop got it. The Bama Bull takes round 1.
Justin Bishop, he won his first Supermatch series in Chicago. You mentioned in Norfolk it was not good. He got swept by Storm Cholino. He was not happy with the setup that day, but that's gone in history. So far, he's out 1-0 here on Bengston.
Here's what I've learned about arm wrestling, Ben. You get better from your losses, not your wins.
Yeah.
And Bishop is better today from that loss. I guarantee that. I knew that coming in, and I knew he was focused. So I'm interested to see if Glenn can answer and if he can find something here, because the Bama Bull's looking confident.
He does.
And when he's confident, he's dangerous.
He really is.
He can really beat anybody in the world, and when he's on his game.
Glenn Bengston there, a evolving young talented guy. His wife Erica is one of the tops in Sweden. He wants to make his own name, and this is a golden opportunity for him to try and even things up here in our first match of the night.
And I believe Glenn's going to make an adjustment here.
Okay.
He has to. He needs to make an adjustment and find another angle with Bishop.
Close your hands. Go!
Bishop looks confident.
He does.
His hand did not budge, but Glenn's firing up.
Yep.
Glenn's a more intense guy. Glenn will fire up right here. I'm expecting Glenn to get really aggressive in this round, because he knows what's riding on this match. And it's a lot. There's a lot at stake here, Ben.
Last of the Supermatch Showdown series will be in Atlanta September 5th for a 4-hour event that we'll get into a little bit later on in the broadcast. We'll be talking with the president, the CEO, the chairman, the director. He does everything of the WAL, Steve Kaplan. He'll tell us a lot more about that. You're going to be a part of it too, young man.
We'll get to that.
We will.
Right now,
Yep.
round 2. This is very important.
Close your
Bishop,
thumbs.
Bengston,
Stay right
let's see
here.
it.
Stay right here. Square up. No side pressure. Close your hands. One false start right here.
Ooh, Bishop. That's a
He looks
confident
focused,
laugh.
right?
That's
Yeah.
a confident laugh.
Close
Yep.
your thumbs. Stay right here.
One
gentlemen.
foul on Glenn Benson.
Close your hands. Go!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Running foul, running foul. Keep pulling. Ben,
Yep.
perfect example. Running foul means even if your competitor fouls, you keep pulling. That's what the Bama Bull did. He was smart enough to keep pulling, and he got the pin, and it counts.
Yep. So a 2-0 lead for Justin Bishop as he heads to his corner. Jamie Sheldon helping him. He lives in this area as we look back, Max.
Let me break it down what happened here. Well, this is the end of the match, but just before it, yeah, Glenn knew he was in a bad spot. He lost his hand. You see his wrist bend back. He tried to intentionally foul, but in the WL, it's a running foul, so that's not going to help you.
Yeah.
Bishop capitalized.
Talking to Justin yesterday, he said, I really like when I go against Europeans or men from different countries. He's a proud American down there in Alabama, and of course a huge Alabama football fan, but he was excited about that challenge of taking on the product of Sweden and Glenn Bengston.
Justin shines against the world elite pullers. He's beat Giannis Amalins, who's one of the best lightweights of all time. And,
Yep.
He really does step up against those talented pullers from Europe. That's his motto.
Yeah.
Beat the best around in the world.
And he was the first North American to beat Giannis.
He was.
Who was one of the, in my book, I mean, you're a competitor, you're a pro, you know the sport inside out. To me, Giannis is one of the best guys in any level in the world, I think.
One of the best lightweights of all time,
Yeah.
but Justin's trying to make a case for himself being one of the best of all time, and he's adding to that pedigree right now.
Yep.
Impressive.
So Bishop up 2-0, can put it away here in a clean sweep.
Oh, he's in the zone. Yeah,
really
I
is.
know. When those eyes come out, Ben, I know this guy.
Yeah.
When those eyes get wide and you see that look, he's in the zone. Yeah, and I see that right now. He's confident.
Okay?
So 30 seconds to get a grip.
Right there. Close your thumbs. Stay right here. Close your hands. Go.
And strap time.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we're just starting.
We are.
And we're just starting, fans.
5 matches to go tonight here.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
those
what I'm
crazy
talking
eyes.
about. Ben, that's what I'm talking about. This guy's in the zone.
Yeah.
This guy knows. He thinks and he knows that it's his day. And he's about to prove it. Unless Glenn can spoil his party and make it interesting right here. Make it interesting.
One of the many things I like about doing the show and have liked doing with you this season
Open up.
is your ability to predict who wins this poll.
Oh, I mean,
Come on.
it's Bishop.
It's
He's
gonna be
just
Bishop?
looking too dominant. His hand looks too strong. That's
Okay.
the key, Ben.
All right.
When your hand is dramatically stronger than your opponent's,
Thumbs are close.
the
Square up,
advantage it
gentlemen.
creates is massive.
Okay.
And I
Look
believe
in the middle.
Justin's just got the
Close your
superior
hands.
hand.
Go.
Look at that. Look at the hand control. Look at Glenn's wrist. It is compromised, and now it's bending back, and Bishop's in control. And now Bishop's laying down the side pressure on top of his hand. Glenn's in it. Glenn's in it, though. But Bama Bull's in control, and there it goes. Now his wrist is really compromised. Now it's the Bama Bull. Oh! Justin Bishop with the
Clean
win.
sweep.
That's the way Bishop does.
He comes back after the
Oh, yeah.
Give me that money.
give me that
taking
money. That's right. It's
taking
all
it home to
yours.
the family. Oh, yeah.
Cold hard cash for the Bama Bull. Comes back. The loss in 404 in Norfolk and makes it a clean sweep tonight, Max.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the zone. He was confident. I talked to him before the match, and he's like, I got this. I'm feeling great. And, you know, I thought this would happen. I didn't want to predict it, but let's see what Justin has to say.
Very good. Jason Fisher's always in the zone, and he's standing by with a man in the zone that just won. Jason, it's all yours.
Justin Bishop, the Bama Bull. You were coming off a tough loss last month to Storm Chelino. What did you do to regain your focus, your confidence, and come out and dominate here tonight?
I just chalked that one up and went back to doing what I normally do. You know, training like a champion, the mindset of a champion. You let that fuel you. You know, I was just trying to make sure I was fresh enough. You know, it was a short training camp. You know, so I wanted to prove a point.
And what point did you prove here tonight?
That I'm the strongest man in this building.
Okay, you heard that. The crowd has your back. Is there anything you want to say to this crowd here, LA, WAL 405?
Let's feel it, LA. Let's get it. Get loud.
Yeah.
All right, give it up for the Bama Bull. Let's send it back to Ben and Max. Congrats.
Thanks so much, Jason and Justin Bishop, getting this crowd fired up. Great turnout here. One match in the books here at the Novo in downtown Los Angeles, California. Coming up next, a couple of big boys, Mike Aiello and Ian Carnegie. And we welcome you back to our Supermatch Showdown Series 405 from Los Angeles, California, inside of the Novo. Great crowd, one match in the books. Justin Bishop, a 3-0 win in his match against Glenn Bengston. It's now time to speak a little wall, and for that we go to WAL referee Mike Fontenot.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Fontenot with the World Arm Wrestling League, and we're going to talk to you today about the start. We have a two-phase start with the WL. Our opponent's going to walk up to the table. They're going to have 30 seconds, okay, that I'm going to assist them in getting a grip and negotiating a fair start, okay? We're going to come up palm to palm, thumbs up. I'm going to instruct you to close your thumbs, straighten your wrists, close your hands, go. If they fail to negotiate a grip and there's too much going on, we're going to go into phase 2 and introduce the strap. Once the straps have been applied, we're going to close our thumbs, straighten the wrists, close hands, go. And that's our cadence we use at the WL.
And through the magic of TV, Max Taubman's back with me. My name is Ben Holden. Great to have you with us here. One match in the books, Max, and Justin Bishop was very dominant, winning 3-0. This next one should be real fun. Mike Aiello's off to our right. He's going to come out shirtless. He's ready to go.
Don't give it away,
against
Ben.
Ian Carnegie. Tell us about Carnegie first.
These are two characters. These are two characters, man. I can't say enough about these guys. I mean, they're so different, but so unique. Each one has just got their own style, their own swagger, their own language, their own everything. So persona, these guys are entertaining. And you're going to see a very entertaining match.
Yes, you certainly are, and we will see that. And Ian Carnegie, in talking to him yesterday, he said, look, Mike and I are friends, so there's really no history between the two of them, but Mike Aiello's won his last 6 tournaments he's taken part in. He has been on a tear. Why has he been on a tear, in your opinion?
He's focused, he's serious, he's been training hard, and you know, Aiello's the type of guy, you can be his buddy, you can be one of his main boys. When you get up to the table with him, he's going to want to rip your arm off. I guarantee you that.
All right, very good. So there's a look at the two competitors. Earlier today, our Jason Fisher caught up with Mike Aiello.
Mike, not many times you walk into a room and there's guys who are bigger than you. And tonight you're facing off against Ian Carnegie, a guy who's got a little bit of a size advantage over you. How are you going to prepare for someone like that?
Basically, I've been preparing for the last 6 months. I've been doing a tournament every 6 weeks. Everything has been done from arm wrestling to tanning. My eyebrows are perfect. There's not one T not crossed, not one I not dotted. I mean, I'm 6'5", 250 with a 33-inch waist, a 20-inch arm. I mean,
this isn't a dating profile.
Yeah, I mean,
what is this?
I look absolutely ridiculous. I'm so ready for this.
So what is going to be your advantage tonight over the competition?
I mean, I'm very athletic. As far as him, the most athletic thing he's ever done was try not to roll off the couch while eating a box of macaroni and cheese, this one. So, I mean, my length, my strength is going to overwhelm him.
Well, you definitely sound like you got your mind right. You sound very confident going into this match.
You have to be.
You're going up against someone else who's a very confident guy, an entertainer as well. What's your prediction for tonight's match between you and Ian Carnegie?
I'm hoping 3-0. I'm coming here to dominate, and I don't want to settle for anything less.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thank you, brother.
All right, the tannest one for sure, Mike Aiello.
He is the tannest man in California. The tail of the tape, Max Taubman. What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, you're looking at a heavy Ian Carnegie at 341, but you're looking at very in shape.
Yes.
250 from Mike Aiello. And Mike's going to have the leverage. He's going to have the height, 6'5". And we're going to take a look at this Facebook poll next to see what the fans thought about who would win.
Let's see what the results are. And they say...
Oh, it's Aiello. I mean, it's expected. He's a fan favorite. He's a highlight reel. He's a walking meme. You know, he gets a lot of attention for a lot of reasons.
All right, so 61% say that Mike Aiello will win on Facebook. Let's get down to our pit announcer for the introductions, Justin Roberts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout bout is a best-of-5 heavyweight classic battle of the big boys.
I like
Introducing to the table first, competing out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He stands at 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighs in at a mean 361 pounds. He had a huge win in WAL 401 and is looking to climb the ranks tonight with a record of 15 wins and 6 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Crippler, Ian Carnegie.
My time. My time. Number 1. Canada, baby. Canada.
And his challenger, competing out of Queens, New York, standing at 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighing in at 251 pounds.
Look at this.
With a record of 13 wins and only 5 losses. He is one of the WAL fan favorites. He is New York City firefighter, Beach Muscles, Mike Aiello.
Sure, no problems. Yeah.
Sun's out, guns out. Even when the sun's not out, the guns are out with this guy.
I mean, is this guy going to a VIP at a club or an arm wrestling match?
I mean, I want you to consider something. He told me yesterday when he graduated high school, he's a baseball player, loved to play the sport. He weighed 170 pounds. I said, what happened? He said, well, my brother was into bodybuilding, and all of a sudden he got into it, and now look at him.
Yeah, well, he literally put on what looks like 100 pounds
Exactly.
of muscle because
pretty much.
Yeah, that's what he's lean, he's huge, he's impressive and imposing, but that table is about power and really tendon strength, man.
Yes.
And it's not about muscle strength, it's about tendon strength. And we're going to see who's tendon stronger in this match.
Yep. This will be the first time that Aiello and Carnegie have faced one another. So, I mean, you know the book on both these guys. Is there an edge to either guy with no history between them, or how do you see that?
There's really no edge, and there's also a very interesting kind of storyline to this match that both these guys are very similar in their style. They like a similar move. They like a similar inside hook with their body behind it. So I really feel like this match, whoa! Okay.
See my face like that? Yeah. He doesn't got it. Here, dude. He doesn't have it. Are you out of your mind? You don't have it. You don't have it.
Back up to your corners.
Oh, you don't have it.
No,
A little early psych out, man. By Carnegie.
Bart Wood sending them back to their corners as the money girl comes in. She'll plunk down the hundos on the table that'll be right beneath these two competitors. All hundos.
Yeah, that's a little extra motivation, if you know what I mean. But right here, there's a little tension building up to this match. I like this.
Yeah, let's look and see exactly what triggered this as we look back here, Max.
Right, let's go, John.
It looks like the Grippler comes up, gets in his face, a little too close for comfort. Aiello didn't like that. He's saying, get up out of my grill.
Mind games.
Oh, I love it. This sport is so mental, Ben. People just don't know. This sport is very mental.
It reminds me of golf in many ways, from the mental part of it. If your mind's not in it, you can be in trouble, right?
One of these guys is in trouble right now.
I don't mean golf is physical, believe me, I meant mentally. Please don't take that the wrong way.
One of these guys is in trouble because they're both thinking they're the stronger, better man.
Right.
So we're going to see.
Aiello, 6 straight tournaments he's won.
See my finger here?
Lost one match, he said, in that stretch. He said it's the best he's competed in his entire career.
What do you mean? I'm at the front of the pad.
It's Mike's first match in the WL Super Series. Ian's second, so Ian's got a little momentum, a little more confidence as far as the WL Super Series is concerned. But let's take a listen.
Ian, bring your webbing up. Right there. Down a little bit. Higher low. Higher low.
Low, please. You got to come down.
Mike, you got to come down some. I won't tighten it till it's fair.
Looking for a fair grip here. Right. Even webbing, even wrist.
I'll stop it, but Mike, you got to come down. Come down. There.
Fighting for every
millimeter.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Down
I promise you that.
Mike, down. You got to drop your elbow back. Right there. Close your thumbs.
He's high.
I'm down, brother. Come down. Right there. Close your thumbs.
Mike's got the better position.
Stay right here.
Yeah.
Curl in yet.
I'm perfect. I'm straight as an hour.
Close your hands. One foul right here. Curling in.
He curled it first.
Wow.
You initiated. You went first.
So one foul on Ian Carnegie.
This is building. This is building up. They both are going to go to the same spot. Watch this, Ben.
Yep.
Cool. Mike's way a little bit. Right there. Close your thumbs. Stay right
Jen
here.
Wood helping
Square up,
husband
Mike.
Bart Wood line him up.
It's about to turn right inside, Ben.
Go.
Bam! Oh, it is a war! Aiello with position. Aiello with the pin.
1-0 Mike Aiello.
Nice round. Nice war. I mean, I saw Mike had just a slightly better setup. His webbing's just a hair higher. You know, he was just a little bit in a better spot. Got behind his arm and finished. Let's take a look at the replay here,
Yeah,
man.
and you heard him say, don't hook me. He said, I hope he hooks me. That's what he told me yesterday. Here's a look back at it, Max.
And yeah, he did exactly what Aiello wanted.
Yep.
Inside match, Aiello's got the leverage, he's got the taller arm, he got on top and he finished. Oh yeah, and he's excited about that one.
That's one, he says. So they'll switch sides. They've still got a minute to go. 90 seconds between each pull is the way it goes in this Supermatch Showdown series. Now Carnegie backs away a little bit.
Okay.
Mike Aiello
Aiello's got a big confidence boost. He's seeing himself on the camera, which is fueling him. That's his gasoline. He's a showstopper. He loves the limelight. He loves the spotlight, and this is just fueling his fire.
Great look at the crowd here tonight at Novo in Los Angeles. Here we go with the second pull, Max.
Right there. Close your hands. Go.
Oh, but now it's in the center. It's dead center. It looks like it might be Carnegie.
Yes,
he puts on the power.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I go on and on. I can't understand how it lasts so long. Oh, it's so on.
Wow.
I love it.
With the lyrics, I love it. I believe that's from a Too Short song. But wow,
that's terrific.
That is, I like that reaction. Goes right into it like he had it scripted, Ben.
Let's watch and listen back here.
Deep inside.
Woo.
Think the big man's fired up, Ben?
Big man is fired up. 14 years he spent in the Canadian military. And one thing I wanted to get to, and I had a feeling like you did, this one would probably be a longer match. Let's keep in mind who Ian Carnegie trains with. You can talk very much to that.
Yeah, I mean, he trains with a lot of pullers, but he's close to Devin, and you know, him and Larratt get into it, and they train, and you know, he trains with some of the best in the world, so he has a good team to get himself ready, and I knew this was going to be good. I love this.
Here we go, 1-1.
Stay right here, gentlemen. Square up.
Best of 5.
Close your hands.
Aiello got the first, Carnegie the second.
Oh, and it's another war. They're both all in. They're both all in, Ben. Who's going to take this?
Like
Aiello!
2-1, Mike Aiello.
Beach muscles in the building. Let's go. Wow.
Somebody asked me earlier today, what beach? I don't care what beach he goes on. He owns it.
Yeah. Let's take a look here at the replay, Ben. Mike got in a superior spot. Like I'm talking, top of the arm. If you're on top, if your arm and your wrist is on top of your opponent's arm and wrist, it creates significant leverage and is going to give you an advantage to win. Look at the reaction.
So Aiello can put it away if he can get this next pull. And a 3-1 win it would be if he can do it. But Carnegie, a lot of fighting him. 14 years he spent in the military in Canada.
Aiello making that shirt look like a medium.
A medium.
Yeah, swollen up.
Hell of a match.
Soaking it up. He's like just like a bigger, tanner version of me, Ben. He loves the spotlight. Maybe more tattoos too.
New York City firefighter is Aiello.
Oh, little ab shot.
Yeah, why not? Hey, you got it. Why not flaunt it?
Yeah, when you're winning, you gotta flex a little. You gotta show off a little bit. I love it. I love this.
So they're taking their time here, no question about it. After the last 3 pulls.
They both felt somewhere on their arm, Ben.
Big
both
time.
their arms are filled with blood. You know, they're feeling it.
Yeah.
They're feeling it. So
No
endurance
question.
is going to start to creep into this match right here.
Fair start to
Aiello trying to put it away. Carnegie trying to stay alive and force a decisive 5th pull.
Well, you usually have me call it out.
What do you
right
got?
here,
Right there.
Carnegie forces a 5th.
All right. I'm all for it.
And I want it. Yeah, I want a 5th.
Yeah. These two guys, sure.
Straight, bro. Close your hands. One foul.
Yeah, he went early. So 1 foul on Ian Carnegie.
You cannot turn the wrist or, you know, just initiate movement before the go. You have to hear the word go before you initiate any movement.
Out and around. Yeah, but you're curling in here. See it? Strap. Stay right there.
So that signifies the strap to 30 seconds.
On the palm.
These guys don't even need a strap,
No.
to be honest.
They've proven that the last 2, right?
It's going to go in that same spot. Power. Wrist to wrist, arm to arm. Who's got the stronger arm?
I think Aiello needs to create his own emoji. Flexing with a tongue out.
This guy's been a lot of memes on the internet and just
And
he's
probably
a
loves
character.
every minute of it.
He's a character in every sense of that word.
Yeah. Both great guys. Enjoyed talking with them both yesterday for quite a few minutes. Good look from up top here at the Novo, downtown Los Angeles, California.
And I got to add this, Ben.
Yeah.
Both of these guys are two of the most confident individuals I've ever met, and for different reasons.
Yeah.
So let's see whose confidence is higher.
After the start. Close your thumb.
All right, you said Carnegie. Here we go, and pull number 4.
Straight.
I'm backwards, bro.
Right there, straight. Close your hand.
I'm backwards.
Close your hand. Go.
Carnegie just trying to hang on, and it's Aiello! Mike! His hot streak continues. Woo! His first appearance here in the Supermatch Showdown series. And Aiello takes it 3-1 against Ian Carnegie. And there's the respect that they have.
Nice mutual respect. I like that. And it was a war. It was a war. Every round, let's take a look. Every round was intense.
Yeah, every one was. We look back.
Their familiar spot, Ben. Center of the table, wrist to wrist, arm to arm. And Aiello was the better leverage and a better spot and finished. Wrist on top of his wrist. Leverage, 101.
So Aiello, who came in winner of his last 6 tournaments that he took part in. And let's get down to the pit. Jason Fisher with a winner, Mike Aiello.
Beach Muscles, Mike Aiello, you dominated here tonight. Now, Ian Carnegie, your opponent, he's been on a roll lately. Yeah. What did you do that proved to be the difference in taking him down?
It's a game of millimeters. I changed a few things, small things. I want to give a big shout out to Barry Hurst from Maryland. Actually, he's from Ohio. He trains with Dave Morocco and those guys. Guy called me every day and was like, dude, like, you got to do this. You got to work your angles. And it really paid off. I just want to, Barry, you're the man. Thank you very much. And it worked out.
Amazing. Now, not a lot of people here know how much technique goes into the sport of arm wrestling. Talk a little bit about that. It's not just about pure strength, which clearly you've got.
Yes. Technique plays a huge role in this game. Everyone at this level is strong. Technique, angles, and even just set up on the table where your elbow is. There's a lot of different things involved in arm wrestling at this level. So you need both. You need power and technique.
Well, you had both tonight. Congratulations, and the most tan guy here. Congratulations, Mike. Ben, Max, back to you.
Thanks, Jason. He's the most tan guy in the state of California. He lives in New York. As we look back at Mike Aiello taking care of business against Ian Carnegie, he wins it 3-1. Coming up next, our next super match, Mike Selearis and Alan Gerda. We welcome you back to the Novo here in downtown Los Angeles. There's MMA legend and actor Chuck Liddell. We'll be visiting with him in a little bit here. He's taking in the event tonight. Great to see him. And a man born in the great state of Michigan, from Detroit, sporting the Old English D, Paige Kennedy. He's got a new movie that's out, so we'll talk with him as well. And a lot of celebrities in the building here at the Novo. Jason Fisher backstage with one of the women that will compete in our 4th match of the night, Erica Bengston.
Thanks, Ben. Erica, you got a big match coming up against Tachi. I heard you're dealing with an injury over the last couple months. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've been injured in my tendon in my elbow and also in my wrist, but and I felt my match in Chicago. That it did hurt, but we'll see. Usually I'm pretty comfortable in straps, but in the straps now I can feel the pain pretty much, so we'll see. But yeah, make it or break it.
Do you, well, hopefully not break it, but do you feel it when you're out there? Is that going to impact your ability to perform there tonight?
I feel it, I do, but I think hopefully the adrenaline will cover it, so.
All right, well, I know you're also known for your psych-up routine and get your pre-game action, so I'll let you get to it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, good luck out there. Ben, back to you.
Thanks so much, Jason. Let's take a look at Tatiana Faria and Erica Bengston, and give me your thoughts on this matchup, Max.
This one's going to be intense. Both these girls love to get hype, and I'm expecting nothing less than a war.
Well, that will be our 4th match of the night. Our 3rd match is coming up momentarily, and that match will feature Mike Selearis and Alan Derrida. And Alan War Machine Derrida from Mexico. What can you tell us about him, Max?
He's very proud of where he's from. Strong, country, loves arm wrestling, multiple-time national champion over there, and he's looking to make a statement against Mike, the chemist, Selearis, a regular. You've seen him before, haven't you, Ben?
Seen him a lot. Seen him in the last 3 years. I've been a part of this, and he has a way to rent space in your head and just creep inside your mind. It's all part of his game.
He's a big mental type of arm wrestler, but make no mistake, he has the experience and the results of 20, 25 years of being at the top level.
All right, what do you make of the tale of the tape between these two?
Very similar, very, very similar, but the style. I think the style of these guys, how they match up, is going to be different. I think Alan wants inside. I think Mike wants straps and outside. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out.
All right, we will see in moments from now. First, though, I want to let you know that tonight's stream is being provided by BR Live. Download the app on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV to catch all the WAL action. Now, for the introductions for the next match, our pit announcer is Justin Roberts.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best matchups of the night. This will take place between two middleweights in a battle of will. Introducing the table first, competing out of Monterrey, Mexico, standing at 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing in at 193 pounds. He is known for his relentlessness at the table with a record of 18 wins and 7 losses. He is War Machine, Alan Derrida.
That's how you pronounce it. Repping the Mexican heritage. I love that.
And his opponent is one of the smartest and most savvy competitors in the game. He competes out of Hamden, Connecticut, and stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 197 pounds, with a record of 27 wins and 17 losses. He is coming off a huge win in WAL 404. He is the chemist, Mike Selearis.
Oh, this is going to be fun, Max.
Oh, yeah.
Derrida came out, the sombrero draped in the Mexican flag, and it was interesting in talking to Selearis yesterday. He said, I don't need much to motivate me, as you see that cash from the money girl going around, and it'll be on the table. But Derrida posted a video of one of his wins against Selearis. That, to me, is the ultimate fuel to the fire, right?
That's the ultimate motivation, man. When the guys beat you,
yeah,
you train every day thinking about it. You want to just prove that you're better, that you're stronger.
Yeah.
And that's exactly Mike's motivation going into this match.
And the money that just went down thanks to her.
That is always a great motivation.
He's a family man, 4 kids, wife Deborah. He had a very good win against Joel Hudick in Norfolk. And
here we
lost
go
to Frode Hoagland.
Look at Mike ramping up the intensity.
I see it. Close right there, straighten up.
You gotta sit, our thumbs are way far apart, right?
Yep. I'm gonna go with the strap now.
Come on, Michael.
Yeah, here comes the strap.
So they go right to the strap. Couldn't get a grip within 30 seconds, and Bart Wood, the veteran, applies the strap.
High or low, Mike?
Good to see Bart back with us this event. Great job by Mike Fontenot and all the gang that helped out in his absence in Norfolk.
Let's take a look at the foot placement here, Ben. Allen looking to post and push against the side of the table, initiating more inside pressure. Mike posted. He's looking to sit. He's looking to post and climb and inch his arm higher above his opponents.
Okay. Let me get you to the center. Center, right there. Straighten your wrist.
Still adjusting that strap.
Stay right there.
They are tied together, Max, and
close your hand.
Here we go.
Oh! Selearis with a huge hit, but Allen stops it.
He's in a bad spot, though. Mike looking to manipulate from here and adjust.
thinking about that video.
Oh, another change in technique, but he can't finish. Amazing. This is looking to be an absolute war.
Selearis with a bit of a drive there. Takes
There
it
it is.
down.
Mike Selearis with the win. Incredible.
So a 1-0 lead. They call him the chemist, but the way he looks there, he's the mad chemist right now.
Mike Selearis, he won that by technique.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, there was strength involved, but that win came from technique. As we look at his family cheering him on, Ben.
Yep, wife Deborah there, and we look back, and as you said, Max, it was a war. Mike Selearis.
And that took a lot of Allen's arm.
Yeah,
that took a lot of Allen's arm. Just hold and hold and hold in that spot. That's gonna play into Mike's favor right now.
So Alan Derrida started in his early 20s competing professionally. Mike Selearis, like many do, Max, that come up in the sport, started in the high school cafeteria, the junior high cafeteria. It was 16 years old, he was 16, tried to register for a street fair tourney in Queens, was late. 2 weeks later at the World's Fair, he went, got crushed. He came back, trained, and ever since he's been a pro.
And look at Allen, getting the crowd behind him.
Trying to get him on his side.
Yeah, he's using anything he can get to push that extra energy into this match.
Trying to get that blood through that arm right now.
All right, well, trying to get the blood out of it, Ben.
Yeah.
Because let me teach you, the more blood you have in your arm, the worse you are in the match. Because the harder it is to put yourself in the right angle and position to win.
They switch sides, and a 1-0 lead for Selearis.
Stay here. Hey, straight. Close your hands. Go. Stop.
Go to the strap.
Get you close together.
Picture.
Right there. Stay right there.
So Mike Selearis on top 1-0. They continue to work that strap to try to get it on. And Alan Derrida. Selearis took the first pull.
Okay, gotta go Allen's way. Gotta go Allen's way.
You can already see the sweat building on Mike's forehead because that first round took a lot out of him.
His third appearance here in the Supermatch Showdown series. Loss in Baltimore, win in Norfolk.
Allen made him work hard for that first pin.
Close your hands. Go.
Oh, but Mike's in control again. Mike with the top roll, took his hand, wrist back, can he finish? He regrips, he's looking to get on top of his arm and press. Mike's gonna try to get behind his arm.
Yep.
Hit, still can't.
Got the foot on the table.
Look at the intensity. No, Garrett tells him no way. Look at the intensity here, Ben. Both these guys want it bad.
Derrida trying to hang on, and Selearis gets him for a 2-0 lead.
Wow, what a round. That was intense in every sense of the word. And now
the mad chemist.
And now the flame is lit for the chemist.
Yes.
The Bunsen burner's going, Ben.
High five, girl.
It's cooking. Of course, when we saw him in Norfolk, the story about his daughter Catalina after he lost in the previous series, saying, "Daddy, you're still a winner." He came back and won, and so far tonight, so good, Max.
He's real motivated by his family, and they always show out and support, and that's really going to fuel him to try to finish this match and get the win.
All right, I'm putting you on the spot, partner.
Well, what I'm seeing right now is a very confident Mike Selearis. I don't see him losing this match, and I don't see him losing this third round.
Okay.
But I love Allen. He's in it. He's fired up.
Yeah.
He's making Mike earn every pin.
Yep. Back when he first started to learn about the sport, he learned of it on social media, and he had begged a Mexican national champ to train him. He said, I just kept showing up every day at 5 a.m. I wanted to do it. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be the best in my country. And he's well on his way to that.
Here's what I love about the sport, Ben. You could be anybody. You could have any genetics. You can come from anywhere. If you put in the work, you will get the results. And that's what the sport's all about.
Time winding down. The dying seconds of the 90 in between. And there's the buzzer, and now they've got to get to the table.
And you see how they're holding up their arms above their head, Ben?
Yes.
That's to keep the blood out of their arm.
Yeah.
Because like I say, if it gets too pumped up, it's not going to help you. It's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Close your thumbs.
Selearis trying to make it a clean sweep. Derrida trying to stay alive.
They're not happy. No, he's not happy with that grip.
Close your hands. Go.
Oh. Selearis had everything but the kitchen sink there.
Look at those eyes.
And that's focus. He knows the job at hand, and he knows what it takes to finish, and he's looking to make it happen.
Deborah Selearis and the kids, they're always with him.
The entire family comes out.
Yep.
He's a family man.
He is. Product of Hamden, Connecticut. He'll try to get that Bunsen burner ignited again, as you said. I like that.
Elbows down, Michael.
I think Allen needs to make an adjustment here. He needs to find something, some way to put it in a different spot, different angle, not lose his hand and wrist. Can you do it?
Derrida's got the crowd behind him right
Mexico
now.
chant, Mexico.
Like a soccer game.
Close your hands. Go.
Here we go.
Ooh. Mike's in position.
Yeah, he is.
Allen thinks he might have enough to stop him, but now Mike's pressing. Oh, Mike's all out. He's on the red line. He's pushing. But Allen won't give it up. Allen will not give up. I love it. What another war. Mike's so close. Mike is inches. Can he finish? Whoa!
Jeez.
King's move reversal, but Mike presses him. Mike, and the leg gives him a little pat on the butt for the effort. What a win!
3-0.
Points right to the family. Yeah, he said.
Yep.
Yeah.
He won it 3-0, but it wasn't easy.
No. Okay, big respect to Allen.
Yes, no question
Every
about it.
round, he had so much heart, and he just wouldn't make it, wouldn't let it go. Just fought the whole time.
The final moments as we look back, and the pin and the press from Selearis.
Very impressive by Selearis. That was high-level elite technique. That was Selearis manipulated and found a way to.
And there's Deborah cheering on her husband. Kids there jumping up and down, and she'll be on stage momentarily from that point on. And Mike Selearis comes away with his second win in the Supermatch Showdown Series. Jason Fisher.
Selearis family, who's got a lot of money here. Catalina, Liliana. All right, what does it mean to have your family here with you?
It's everything, man. Arm wrestling ain't that sport that you get up there and it feels good when you're pushing with all your heart and all your arms and all your might. It hurts. But when you know you got mama and your kids back there and you can't let them down, that energy just comes from somewhere, man.
How proud of you? How proud of your dad are you? Tell me a little bit of what.
I don't know. I think he's the strongest man in the world.
Yeah.
I think so too. Are you the strongest man in the world, Mike?
Yes, man.
And best dad ever. Best dad ever.
All right.
This is amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike. The Selearis family. It's a family affair here at WAL 405. Congratulations. Careful with that money, though. Max, Ben, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jason. I think Dad's got a new agent. And we welcome you into our broadcast position. Look who we found, Mario Lopez. How are you?
I'm great, John. I'm all fired up. I'm ready.
You want to
vote? It's just such a fascinating world, and this is so cool. I've always been a big fan, and seeing the nuances and the technique and the fundamentals that are involved is just, and at this level, it's just amazing. So I love the energy here, and I love everything about it. So, I mean, these guys, wow, and characters too.
Yeah,
aside from the incredible athletes, his characters. So this is great.
You saw Mike Aiello come out, right?
Yes.
Shirtless, yeah.
Yes.
So
it's cool.
you're obviously in good shape. You do a lot of things. You're into boxing and you do.
Right. I grew up boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. I tore my Achilles. That's why I'm sitting here with this boot they can't see.
It's okay.
But yeah, could still arm wrestle. But no, again, just so impressed by the level of competition and the skill level that's actually involved. Obviously, all these guys are all incredibly strong, but the technique and the years that and the work that they put into it, I don't think people quite understand that. And I'm really soaking up the atmosphere and soaking up, trying to get as much knowledge too from all the backstories on everyone. So it's cool. You guys are doing a great job too.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Make it exciting.
Max,
Trying to take one from you, take
there
a
you
page
go.
out of your book. But I was going to ask, have you ever pulled, whether high school, middle school?
Messing around with guys and
At the bar.
Of course, all the time. At the bar, at school,
Yeah, you
all
usually
the
win?
time. You know what I do, and I'm not trying to brag, but I usually do. I think just growing up wrestling and pretty, pretty
shape,
strong
yeah.
and in shape. I've always liked it, but never did I know anything about any sort of skill or technique. So now I'm picking up all kinds of little nuances from all these people, and I can't wait to go smash my friends.
I can show you a couple things.
Okay,
let's go.
good.
yeah,
I appreciate it.
He could. Do I sense a Hollywood celebrity arm wrestling show
Well,
in the
after
works?
my tutorial, I'm ready.
Yes,
Be ready.
We'll help you out with the broadcast. I mean, I think, honestly, man, you got one of the best jobs in broadcasting. I do it for a living, too, but not what you're doing. Just talk to us a little bit about what you do on Extra and what other projects you might have going on.
Yeah, well, very blessed. My 10th year of my nationally syndicated entertainment show, Extra, which comes out on NBC's every night, and also have a nationally syndicated radio show called On With Mario for iHeartRadio. Also involved with Golden Boy Boxing. We've got a fight coming on this Saturday, and so YouTube channel with the family. So I'm very blessed with everything. But this is something that I really appreciate and have a great deal of respect for. So it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, thanks for coming by and joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoyed
Thanks, guys.
Mario
Right on.
Lopez joining us. Let's go backstage now, where Jason Fisher will talk with Tatiana Faria in a bit. But we're going to look ahead to this match with Tatiana and Erica Bengston. That's coming up next here as we continue on from Los Angeles here in WAL 405.
You'll see us. We'll be on there. Yeah.
We welcome you back to downtown Los Angeles, across from the Staples Center. We're inside of the Novo. What a night it's been so far. We're halfway through 3 of 6 matches complete. Max, let's look back, starting with our opening match of the night, dominated by the Bama Bull.
It's been a great night of matchups. Bama Bull dominant, and he showed his confidence. Mike Aiello came up with a big win in a tough, grueling war with Ian Carnegie. And then the third match, you just saw it. It was Mike Selearis versus Alan Guerrera, and Selearis was able to finish 3-0.
Very good. Selearis, a 3-0 win, but he had to work for it. He earned it. He got it. He got the cash. He got his family up there, and we're in Hollywood. So, Chuck Liddell, great to see you and meet you, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. What do you think of this event so far from what you've seen?
It's been exciting. I've had a great time. I actually really love seeing his kids come up there after he won. I'm a big family guy, so that really got me excited. But it's been fun. I didn't know what to expect when they asked me to come to the thing, and it's been great.
So you've never seen competitive arm wrestling at this level in your life?
Oh, never. No, I've seen what was that? What was the arm wrestling movie?
Over the Top.
Other than that, that was my extent. But man, these guys are fun to watch.
Well, let me ask you this, Chuck. You come from MMA. You're a former UFC champion. How does this compare to MMA? What do you see as the similarities?
Well, you can see the guys trying to you can see the guys trying to psych each other out. There's a lot of jockeying for position and trying to intimidate and trying to get the right position and get things ahead. So there's a lot of strategy to it. You can see it out there.
Yeah, no question.
It's like Devin says, it's a fight, but with just your hands.
Right. Yeah. These guys are really. It's a mental game out there. You can see them trying to psych the other guy out, trying to get that little edge before they start. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, Devin says that he's got that phrase. It's like miniature martial arts. You know all about that. What's on the horizon for you, or what do you have going these days?
Well, actually, I'm getting back into fighting. I was retired for about 8 years, and now I'm coming. Tito ran his mouth a little bit too much, and
I heard about that.
He got me back. He got me back in the game.
Lit the fire?
He lit the fire, and man, I'm feeling great, man. I'm so happy to be back, and I'm doing it. It's going to be great.
Hell yeah. Chuck, we really appreciate you coming by. Great to meet you. Wish you well in your comeback, man.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
I am for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Great.
Chuck Liddell joining us, and we appreciate that. And Marcio Barbosa, Max, and Michael Todd. That one is coming up in our 5th match. Give us a thought on that one before we start this women's contest coming up next.
I have a lot of thoughts, and to just get one out quickly, that's going to be an intense matchup. That's all I'm going to say. But the women are next.
The women are next, so let's take a look at our next match that will feature one of the best in all of Sweden and certainly one of the best in all of Brazil. We'll start with a young lady from Brazil first, Max.
Yeah, Tatiana, she's experienced, she's a veteran, and she knows what she's, came here to do, and that's get a W. And she's up against a really fiery, really high energy Swedish puller, Erika Bengston. So I'm expecting this match to get very hype.
Well, Jason Fisher talked with Bengston earlier tonight. She mentioned, and Neil Pickup had told us earlier in our discussion with him, she's been dealing with injury, but I didn't know it had been going on for 3 years.
In arm wrestling, you're never 100%.
Yeah.
And you just got to be as best prepared as you can, as healthy as you can be.
Tail the tape, what do you make of that, Max?
Similar weight, similar height. I think the table's gonna show the difference in this match.
All right, let's take a look now at our Facebook poll, and the results say, there they are.
I mean, of course, yeah, Bengston's, she's been in the game. She's a high-level, elite female puller. A lot of fans, a lot of people know her name.
All right, so a look from up top. Great turnout here at the Novo. Let's get down to our pit announcer for the introductions, Justin Roberts.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a women's match? All right, this is going to be a light middleweight best-of-5 barn burner between two of WAL's international best. Introducing to the table first, competing out of Campinas, Brazil, standing at 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighing in at 134 pounds with an impressive record of 12 wins and only 3 losses.
Yeah.
Tatiana Tachi Faria!
Yeah. Right. Or competing hard enough, right? Yeah.
And her opponent, coming out of one of the most competitive women's arm wrestling countries in the world, Älmhult, Sweden. She stands at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 132 pounds.
No, I like
with
it.
a record of 4 wins and only 1 loss. She's been on a roll in the WAL and won a huge match in WAL 401 Chicago. She is Sapphire Erika Bengston.
The Sapphire.
The Sapphire makes her way out.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
love
see-
watching.
see her slapping herself up?
15 and 16
I
in
love
Vegas.
that.
Yeah.
You know what? I love that.
I was warned about that.
Yeah.
Slapped herself silly.
She
So
likes
there's
she
the money.
wants to be intense.
Yep, and she is.
And this
Money girl,
match is about to
bringing it
get heated quickly like a Swedish sauna. Ben, this one's gonna be.
It's like a sauna in here,
Yeah.
to quote Kramer on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Couple slaps to the face get you real fired up quick.
Elbows on the table, square up. That's perfect. Bring this in, Erika.
Started competing at
Easy,
7
easy.
years
No pressure
old,
yet.
did Bengston.
We gotta go this way, right there. Close your thumbs.
Best of 5, fourth
Do
match
not
of the
cover
night.
Thumb knuckle. I gotta see thumb knuckle.
And
Close your
we've
hands.
seen.
Oh, they've all been great.
Stop.
And I was saying, we've seen so many epic female matches.
Yeah.
It's impossible that this won't be a great match. This will be a great match.
Okay, palm to palm, don't move.
First appearance for both these women in the Supermatch Showdown series this year.
Well, no, Erica had a match earlier this season in the first.
Oh, in Chicago.
Yeah,
That's
in
right.
Chicago.
She did.
Yeah,
She
did have a win
Yep, that's
versus
right.
Tamara Mitz, I
That's
believe.
right. Yes, she did.
She's coming off that.
Yep.
But yeah, Tatiana, part of the WAL, been involved the last couple of years, always finishing in the top, 3 or 4 of her class. Same with Erica, so they have a very similar pedigree as far as results in top level tournaments.
Yes, and her husband, Erica's husband, Glenn, competed earlier, lost to Justin Bishop, but we need to give a shout out to the two of them. They celebrated their 3-year anniversary yesterday, so congratulations.
And I actually, big shout out to them, and I actually forgot to shout out Mike Aiello. It's his birthday tonight.
Happy B-Day. Oh, that's going to be a party.
Yeah, it's going to be a party.
That's going to be a party. It's already going on.
Go.
Oh, and it, wow. Was that quick?
That was lightning.
That was unexpected, man.
Man.
A very aggressive hit straight to the pad from Tatiana. Let's take a look at this replay, Ben. Here we go. Ready, set, and that's it. Sometimes that's all it is. A blink of an eye. Oh, just like that. Don't blink, because you might miss it. That's how fast the sport can be. This is one of the fastest sports in the world.
It is. Quick flash, and it was over there for Faria. Let's listen in.
And that word is perfectly suited, flash, because it was over in a flash.
Flash Gordon.
Now Tatiana's going to be confident after that.
Yeah.
Straight to the pad, fully controlled. She knows she can win, but I'm expecting Erica to get even more fired up and come back right into this match, because she ain't gonna let it go. No way.
Husband Glenn there helping her out. Interesting about Tatiana Faria, said the death of her mother made her more focused on life and her personal goals. One goal is proving she can be at the top of the women's division in the WAL with her energy, her speed, her focus, and her drive. So a tip of the cap to her for persevering through that. The loss of a parent, never, ever easy.
But I love that. I love when you take a negative, Ben, and you turn it into a
positive out of it. Yep.
Take something that's traumatizing and you let it push you, you let it fuel you.
Yep,
That's
no
what
question.
I've done, and that's what many others do, and I think that's a mindset of a champion and a winner.
Yep. That's terrific. So she's got a 1-0 lead here. Erica Bengston trying to come back and even the score up at 1-1.
Palm to palm. Right there.
I'm really looking
Close
for
your
Erica
thumbs.
to make an adjustment here.
Okay.
She has the technique, she has the experience. What is she going to do different?
Go. Stop.
Scrap time.
Tatiana's hand, Ben, is looking very dominantly strong.
Yeah.
I don't see it moving. Her wrist is never in a compromised position. And Erica's hand is bowing a little bit and starting to go under. So that's just showing that Tatiana has the stronger hand and wrist.
Part of the book on Faria, she trains very aggressively, almost violent at times, trains against men in her club in Brazil, and part of her background and getting to know her, you learn some things that you never thought you would. I thought that was pretty interesting.
And I would almost call arm wrestling controlled violence, Ben.
Yeah.
Because you want to attack your opponent as violently as you can towards that pad.
I like that. I call TV controlled chaos.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is going to be a bit of both. This is going to be a bit of both this round.
That's right, brother.
Because I guarantee Erica's going to explode with everything she's got.
All right. Bart Wood, Jen Wood applying that strap. 1-0 lead for Tatiana Faria.
And this is where you're just composing and just loading.
Yep.
Loading for that explosion after the word go.
Go. Erica, go her side a little bit. Right there. Square up, Erica. Close your thumbs. Close your thumbs. Go Tatiana's way a little bit. Tatiana, back up some. Right there. Close your hands. Go.
Oh. Tatiana
dominant.
Looking dominant. Wow, looking tough. making it look easy, and then it's not. Erica's very strong.
Yeah, no question.
That's impressive.
No question about it. 2-0 lead for Faria here, on the brink of a clean sweep if she can win the next pull against Erica Bengston.
Well, Ben, what I'm seeing here in the replay is just the hand and wrist. That's what I saw was the difference right from round 1. Tatiana's hand and wrist just looks superior and stronger, and that's giving her the advantage, in my opinion.
The clock winding down under 60 seconds. In between pulls, 90 seconds it begins with. That right arm has been a problem, as Jason told us earlier in his pre-match interview a few minutes ago with Erica Bengston. Trying to work it.
This third round, Ben, I think is going to be, I mean, if you see Glenn's telling her to adjust her hand position. You see that? He's telling her, adjust your hand. You're letting your hand go under. I know that's exactly what he's saying by how he's illustrating the grip. She needs to get her hand higher on Tatiana to be able to match her top rope.
See what transpires. They got to be at the table in now 5 seconds as they both make their way up for what could be the final pull of this best of 5, our 4th match of the night.
This way, right there. Close your thumbs. Stay right there. Close your hands. Go!
Oh, well, looky here. Back to the straps, man. What a surprise.
Right.
The straps don't lie. I've said it again, and I'll say it over and over so the fans know.
I'm going to start way back here, Jen, so I don't get...
lie.
I know, I'll get on the palm.
Look of determination on the face of Faria.
Well, Ben, you know the strap, it's going to favor power first, but setup. At the same time as power, it's setup. The right setup in the strap, specifically on the side of the table without the buckle, is critical, because if you set up the right way, it can basically put you right in the position you need to be to win. Set up wrong, and you've lost the match before the ref even said go.
Okay. It's on there now. Now Bart will just get him set.
Square that up.
You see how Erica's back into Tatiana's fingers.
Yes.
There, now she's in the match. Now she's in the match, Ben.
Yep.
She's got her wrist now. What a round. Dead center.
Faria's not moving.
Faria's not moving, but Erica's in a better position. She's in a much better position. You see the bottom pinky? You see it's about to go. Look at the pinky, Ben. As soon as that bends back, right there, she's gonna have the leverage. Wow! Oh. Unbelievable comeback!
Or not!
Unbelievable! Wow. That is amazing.
Oh my goodness!
You saw it here. You saw it here.
That was awesome.
One of the best matches.
Wow.
One of the best rounds of the season. What a round. Impressive by Tatiana. She deserves that.
I was with you, man. I thought for sure that Erica had that.
She adjusted. No, Erica did everything perfect.
Let's see what she did exactly, Faria, to overcome it.
Power.
That's it?
That's it, man. Leverage, Erica. Strap, set up, Erica. Positioning on the hand and wrist, Erica. But watch this. This is just arm power. This is just, I'm going to lean harder to the side, and I'm going to bring your whole arm down. It doesn't matter where your wrist and hand is. Look at the reaction.
That's awesome.
She loves it.
Man. Let's go down to Jason Fisher, our pit reporter, who's standing by with the victor.
Tatiana Faria, the pride of Brazil. She mentioned her English is not as good as her arm wrestling skills, so Kaká is here to translate for her. I want to know, you faced Erica before. What was different in this match where you really just dominated from start to finish?
O que foi diferente nessa luta para você? Você lutou com ela antes. O que você fez diferente?
Na verdade, eu impus o que eu treinei sempre. A Erika é uma oponente muito forte e técnica, então eu treinei para, como ela gosta de jogar amarrada, eu treinei para puxar ela o mais rápido possível.
So she used all her training, and Erica does she has a tight grip, and she pushed as much as she could.
It's amazing. You were dominant out there. What's next for you?
Você é dominante. E o que vem próximo para você? O que vai acontecer?
Vamos aguardar, né, para ver o que vai ser daqui para frente, né? Quero treinar muito para as próximas.
So let's just wait to see what happens, and she's gonna train really hard for the next fights.
Okay, amazing. Well, you dominated. You let your arm wrestling do the talking here tonight, and we all learned a little bit of Spanish there too. That was pretty good. Congratulations. Ben, Max, back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Jason. Very impressive. As we get one more look at it, the comeback from Tatiana Faria there puts Bengston away in a 3-0 victory. A hard-fought one. Our 4th match is done. Our 5th match, oh, this is going to be fun. Barbosa and the monster, Michael Todd.
All right. This is a star-studded event here in Los Angeles, and I am here with not only a big movie star, he was an NCAA wrestler, an MMA champion, a UFC champion, the legendary Randy Couture. Randy, thanks so much for being here tonight at WAL 405.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Now, you know the worlds of UFC, MMA. Obviously, I mentioned you were a wrestler back in college. Yep. Tell me a little bit about what you love so much about professional arm wrestling.
Well, wrestling in any of its forms, but individual combative sports like this, where we're out here, showing what we train to do, the psychological aspect of it, all the technical aspects of arm wrestling are very, very interesting to me. And I've been fortunate to be able to go to the Arnold the last 12 years and give out the awards at the arm wrestling at the Arnold. So not my first professional arm wrestling match, but this is very, very cool. Very personal here.
Absolutely. Have you ever tried to get up there and strap up yourself?
I'm a wrestler. You want to wrestle, we'll wrestle, but we're not going to limit me to just my arm.
All right, I'll challenge you. I'll take you on. No, definitely not. That was a bad idea. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it, Randy. Enjoy. What are you most looking forward to the rest of the night?
Well, you got a couple of really big matches coming up, so it's going to be good.
It is going to be good. I can't wait. Ben, Max, back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Jason, and thanks to Randy. And there is Devin Larratt backstage, getting his mind, his spirit, his soul ready, Max.
There is so much anticipation for this match. I'm about to jump out of my suit. It's so hyped up. There's just so much building into it. I just can't I can't even wrap around all the storylines, all the mental games, the past matches, just everything building into this match.
They are two proud Canadians. Devin from Ottawa, Matt Mask from Western Canada. In Red Deer, he calls his home. I talked to him earlier tonight out on the patio, so you know what that means. But nevertheless, he said he spent the last few weeks at his cottage in Timmins, Ontario, getting his mind right, getting ready for this match. But before we get to that one, we still have an amazing match in front of it, featuring Marcio Barbosa and the monster, Michael Todd.
I'm calling this co-main event because these are two of the best in the world. Both have a pedigree of winning and beating the best of the best of their weight classes. But now they're squaring off for the first time in, I believe, 10 years.
10 years,
Ben.
it is, 10 years.
So that's going to be a very interesting matchup when the guys know each other very well but haven't gripped up and actually gotten into a match in that long.
Yeah, in fact, yesterday I got a few glimpses, courtesy of Michael Todd, of the last time they pulled, and we're going to be in for something. What's the book on Barbosa? What do you like about him?
He's an animal. He's got speed. He's got a big hit. He's got a ferocious attack. He's basically the opposite style of Michael Todd because Todd wants to catch. He wants to stop. Marcio just wants to hit and finish.
He does. Well, let's get to know Marcio Barbosa a little bit better. An at-home visit with him. Here it is.
Not everybody can do what I do. If you doubt me that I can do something, I will prove to you that I can do it. My name is Marcio Barbosa. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I have a full-time job, and I am a professional arm wrestler. What I do for a living, I work in construction. I use heavy machinery and I lift a lot of heavy materials. It's good for my hands, good for my wrist, but keeps me in shape. It's my workout during the day. I like to have my family very close together. We go to church on Sundays.
Marcio is a spiritual man. He is the one that prays and makes sure that our family is protected by our faith.
If you don't have faith, you'll be a little lost. Any distraction will take you out of the way, out of your goal, out of the road of success. I try to keep good values. Family is something that is really important for me. I like to involve my kids in sports because that will teach them how to set a goal for themselves and pursue that goal until they achieve, like I do in arm wrestling. That's why I'm a champion. Technique is very important in the sport of arm wrestling. That's why it's not about just being strong, but the technique it's key. Here in New Jersey, we have a team of arm wrestlers called Beast Mode. I feel like it's my duty to share all my knowledge to them and help them to achieve their goals in the sport. So it's very important to keep being a hero for them. Marcio means warrior. It means everything to me because that is exactly what I am. I'm a warrior in life. Having a full-time job, trying to be the best father I can, best husband I can, being a member of a church, helping the community, and being a professional arm wrestler at the elite level. You gotta be a warrior. That's what I am.
And a good look at Marcio Barbosa, and now a look at the tail of the tape against the monster Michael Todd.
Well, you know, in this first screen right here, it's not going to tell you the match because they're similar height, similar weight. The match is really going to be dictated on hit and catch. Can Marcio finish the hit, or can Todd land the catch and bring him back and win it? That I think is going to tell the match.
All right. Well, we'll see what transpires. Let's now get down to our pit announcer, Justin Roberts, for the introductions of these two men.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a feature contest. This is a best-of-5 match between two of the best heavyweights in the WAL. Introducing the participants first, competing out of Union, New Jersey by way of Brazil. Standing at 6 feet tall, weighing 256 pounds, with a record of 26 wins and 6 losses. He is a consistent top 3 finisher at WAL events and one of the toughest competitors in the WAL. Please welcome the Phenom, Marcio Barbosa! And his opponent, who has been on a rampage for years, beating everyone in his path. Competing out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, standing at 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing 278 pounds. He has won titles all over the world and is the current WAL Super Heavyweight Champion with a record of 12 wins and 3 losses. Michael Monster Todd!
So the two men introduced. Michael Todd, the event in Cleveland, suffered damage to his right hand. And
let me add to that. I talked to Mike before the competition.
Sure, certainly do.
I said, what was the diagnosis? Fracture.
Yes.
He actually physically broke his hand 8 weeks ago
Yep.
in the match versus Jerry Carteret in the second round.
Yes.
Physically broke it.
Yeah.
I go, what did you do to heal it? Did you get surgery? Rehab. Just lift it. What? He just broke his hand 2 months ago and just lifted around it. That's a warrior.
That is a warrior.
And I gotta say, Michael Todd has always been known as the guy who just has the most will to win.
Yep. He's 8-5 all time. He was quick to point that out yesterday when I sat down with him against Barbosa. As you said, they were all in short fashion, 2005 to 2008. Two super matches thrown in there in 2000 and 2008. And the last meeting came in 08 in London between these two men.
Let's listen to Bart on the call.
I know. I get you. I'll call it. All right. Go in the strap.
Bart doesn't mess around.
And Bart's he knows with these two. He knows what to expect.
Yeah, no question.
And now the strap's being applied,
I want palm to palm, nice and flat.
which typically will favor Michael Todd and his style. But I believe that Barbosa needs the strap to beat Todd. So it really favors both of them. I don't think neither wants to pull without it.
Barbosa making his second Supermatch Showdown Series appearance this summer. He had a loss in Cleveland to Matt Mask, who we'll see in the main event after this against Evan Larratt.
I'm just getting it on.
And that's going to be...
epic, man.
That's going to be epic. But...
That's Hollywood stuff, right?
Well,
Look where we're at.
This match is the perfect build-up.
Oh,
because
no question.
These two are the cream of the crop. Two of the best of all time, Ben.
Yeah.
Not just... I'm talking two of the best of all time in the history of arm wrestling. You're seeing at the table.
Do not go over that, Marcio. Close your hand.
Look over my
Ah.
That's good.
Foul. I'm coming.
Look how it is.
So he's calling the foul on Marcio, right?
And capping over the knuckle.
Okay.
Which, it's an advantage. Leverage, man.
Yep.
Close your thumbs.
So one foul on Barbosa, 3 you lose the pull.
Go.
Barbosa with the hit, but Todd stops him.
Yep.
Todd catches it. Barbosa looking to reposition, looking to get on top, but he can't finish. He's working. He presses, can't finish. He readjusts. He climbs higher. He's looking to adjust, but I'm seeing Michael Todd get in his comfort zone right here.
Yeah.
That's where Todd can sit,
I'm
as
seeing
you've
it too.
seen,
Yeah.
for 7 minutes straight.
Against Cataract.
And now Barbosa's hand is starting to burn out. Barbosa with wild
he's all
attacks.
over. Running foul.
Multiple running fouls.
Yeah.
What's the call?
Yeah. It's all good, brother.
Winner.
Yep, he gave him the
Winner,
pull.
3 fouls.
Yeah.
3 fouls.
Yep. So
Wow.
Michael Todd, a 1-0 lead.
Todd. Impressive. I mean, Barbosa, he did everything right. He hit, got on top of his arm, repositioned, climbed higher. He did the textbook technique to beat Michael Todd.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough.
Yep.
It was not enough because Todd just got in his comfort zone, pulled him in, and finished.
Yep. Let's take a look, Max, while we've got a few moments in between at some vital stats. Explain to the viewers that may not know exactly what these numbers mean between these two men.
Well, the key thing I want to point out here is the hit and the speed. As you just saw, Barbosa, he's going to come out aggressive. Straight from the gates, he's going to attack with a lot of speed and a hit and try to finish. But Michael Todd's game is endurance, 9.6.
Yeah.
You might as well put it at a 10 because he can sit there all day and arm wrestle.
It was funny when I was sitting with him yesterday and he showed me the videos when they last pulled, and I first looked, I said, is that you? He had no beard. He had a little bit more hair than he does now. It looked like a different guy. Obviously, he's put on some muscle, but at 6'3" and 265. But that was quite a war between those two. That match, a 4-2 win in London the last time they met in 2008.
Close your hands. Close your
Look
hands.
at my knuckle. Look at my knuckle.
I can see the top of it right there. That's all I can see.
Well, he just rose all the way up over my hand. Look at my hand.
Bro,
I promise, brother.
I
don't care if I'm not going to foul out. Go ahead.
Close your thumbs. Stay down. Stay down. Close your hands. Go. That's a match. It touched over here.
No call, Ben. It was close, but in the WAL, you have to bury it. That might have been arguably close to a parallel pin, but you can't count that. You either touch the pad or you bury it through it.
Webbing equal.
That's a pin.
All right, guys. Put it right where you need it. I'll tighten it.
Low back. Low back.
Okay, gentlemen.
lot of fans cheering for Barbosa, and he's going to need it this round because if Michael Todd wins this, he's in full control.
Yep.
It might be a coast after that. I really hope Barbosa can come up with something right here.
Okay, gentlemen. Close your thumbs. Stay right here. Mike's way just a little bit. Close your hands.
My knuckle. Go ahead. Just
Go.
There you go, Michael. Hold it, Michael. Hold it. Watch his elbow.
There's that endurance.
It's in Todd's comfort zone. Barbosa's looking to post. You see he's trying to get higher.
Yes.
He's trying to get higher on the fingers, but he can't do it. And Michael Todd's playing the same game, using the same technique, posting and getting higher in the hand, and now Barbosa's hand is starting to bend and starting to go. Michael Todd looking in control. Barbosa's in big trouble here.
Yeah, it would look. And does look, I should say.
Michael Todd is in full control, and the monster now is bleeding him. Oh, but what's this?
Elbow foul right there on you. Winner.
2-zip, Michael Todd.
And Michael Todd's just doing everything in the game plan.
Yeah.
Everything. He knows he can get his position, and when he does, he milks it. He bleeds Barbosa's arm out, and he finishes textbook Michael Todd.
And I'll add what you mentioned earlier when this match began, with a broken hand.
Unbelievable. This man is a warrior.
That's amazing to me.
This man is a warrior. To think he had a fractured hand 8 weeks ago and still took this match, unbelievable. I love that heart, true warrior heart.
And Carnegie working in the corner. Selearis helping out. Let's listen in that corner.
This up like a wall. Just punch that shoulder straight to the side. Punch it right from here. The shoulder all the way in. It's going to go right there. Punch your shoulder in.
Selearis with his advice. What do you make of that? What's he saying there?
Selearis is telling him to punch into Michael Todd's hand and arm to put Barbosa in that leverage position to be on top to where he can actually finish. Because what's happening is Barbosa's getting a little bit stretched out, and it's giving Michael Todd the favor and the leverage. So the advice is simple: punch through the arm and the hand, get on top, try to finish from there.
Very good. So the time ticking away, coming up on 20 seconds until the competitors have to be back at the table here. Michael Todd, the monster, getting help from Ian Carnegie. Lost his match against Mike Aiello. It was not easy for Aiello. He won it, but it was not easy by any means. And Selearis over there, the time now in the dying seconds of the 90 that were originally on there. And Bart Wood says, let's go, boys.
And Barbosa's just looking for anything. He needs some way to put Michael Todd in a bad position, because every time Michael Todd's gotten his comfort zone.
20 seconds to grip up, or we go automatically to the strap.
Put your elbow down. Close your thumbs. Do not cover thumb knuckle. Close your hand. Close your hands. One foul right here.
That's okay, buddy.
One foul.
I know you're not meaning to.
Hey, no, you're covering his thumb knuckle. You got it. Don't foul. Don't start a foul like that. Don't cover it. Here we go. Strap it up.
So a foul, and Marcio said, I did not mean to.
Well, he said he thought he heard it go.
Right, exactly.
You always think you hear it go.
Right, right.
But, yeah, they're strapping up, and Barbosa's definitely in desperation mode here, just because, you know, the first 2 rounds have not gone his way. His arm's burnt a little bit.
Right.
Michael Todd's still relatively fresh for his endurance level. Barbosa's in trouble.
Down, Mario. Marcio.
And I'm a huge fan of both these guys.
I like them both, too. They're both great men.
Sport, they were already two of the prominent, two of the best in the world under 225 pounds.
Yeah.
But since then, they've both gained a little weight.
They're north of that now.
Yeah, they're north of that now, and just in the open class, pulling with the best in the world and the heaviest in the world.
Yeah.
Hold the palm.
Look at the crowd here in LA we got tonight. What a show.
It's LA, man.
Yeah.
We love LA. Randy Newman wrote that song.
Close your thumbs.
Not sure if they still played at Laker games or not.
Close your hands. I see it. Okay. Go.
Oh! Todd hits to his spot. Barbosa looks a little better. He looks a little bit better. You see how he's keeping his hand bent. You see how he's climbing. He's trying to get into the fingers of Todd. He's trying to find something. He's trying to find a way to bend Todd's wrist back. But right now, he can't do it yet. There it is, though. Almost. Barbosa's trying to find it. Posting, sitting, trying to get height and leverage. Oh, but it's Todd. Look at, and Todd smiling. Todd thinks it's over. Todd's smiling. Yeah. And there's the full hand control comes out. Wow.
They got him.
The monster.
3-0 win.
Monster Michael Todd is in the building. What a warrior. What a warrior.
It's a hard angle, right?
So with that fractured right hand, gets through, and he'll be in Atlanta, he'll be part of it.
Can't help but respect this guy, Michael Todd. A lot of people don't like his technique, but you can't respect his heart and work ethic. You got to respect
No question.
that. He fought there in that round, gained leverage, gained height, and once Barbosa's hand and wrist was gone, it was all over but the crime.
Yep, it certainly was.
And Barbosa did everything he could. Every angle he could. He hit as hard as he could. He tried to finish with everything.
All right.
Was just too much.
Yep, down to the pit we go. Jason Fisher with the winner and his wife.
Monster Michael Todd, that was an amazing match. Now, you were coming off a brutal loss in which you fractured your hand. How did that injury affect you here tonight? Are you recovered, or were you feeling it?
Yeah, the hand's recovered. I did 5 weeks of physical therapy, so I got 2 weeks of real training in before this. I had some phantom pain starting last night, so I was super nervous about this match. First off, I want to give a shout out to Marcel Barbosa. That's a good. He's my Christian brother. That man's a man of faith. I love that guy. It's hard to get hyped up against a guy that's that good of a guy. So yeah, shout out to him. It's always a war with Marcio, and I'm back in that winning column. So,
how pivotal was this match for you to get back into that winning column?
Okay, so for me, I've been in my head a whole lot since that last match. I had everything I needed to win, and then the hand broke a couple minutes into the second match. So mentally, it took a lot for me to. Because I had everything to win, right? And I was so strong. So my training in the gym those last 2 weeks were the best it ever been, but I didn't know if it was going to translate to the table or not. So I'm just blessed beyond measure. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I'm out here tonight to represent, and then I'm ready for the finals, baby.
Amazing. And lastly, what does it mean to have your wife, Rebecca, here in your corner, not just tonight, but in life?
I couldn't do this without her. She's my best friend. Yeah, she's just a blessing.
Got to kick his rear into shape too, we had to get over the pity party from the last one, and I think we did it. I think we got through it, and we're going to do some celebrating.
All right, well, start that celebration right now. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you in Atlanta. Ben, back to you.
Thanks, Jason. Great stuff down there. And there is Matt Mask. They call him Wild Horse. His opportunity to take down the face of the WAL, Devin Larratt, will come up in our main event. Two proud Canadians set to square off in a battle royale. It's Devin Larratt and Matt Mask when we come back to Los Angeles in our main event.
The stars are out in Los Angeles tonight. I am here with Paige Kennedy, actor, rapper, comedian. What don't you do? Arm wrestler?
I do it all, man. I get up there, you know what I'm saying? I got to put the jewels up, but then I get up there and do my thing.
I'll hold them for you. I got you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So what brings you out here tonight?
Man, I hadn't ever attended anything like this, and I just want to see what it's like. And let me tell you, man, this is it just blew my mind. All of the characters that you have on here, it's wrestling, but with just arms.
It's pretty amazing, right?
Wrestling.
Well, it's amazing that you're here because you got a lot going on this weekend. You got an album dropping tomorrow, and you are starring in the new Jason Statham movie, The Meg, that's coming out tomorrow as well. Tell everyone a little bit about that.
Yeah. We got the album, same page, different story. It drops actually right now, so you can stream it everywhere. It's my second album. It's amazing. They got dope features on there. You know, it's a classic hip-hop with bars and content and concepts and stories, so it's amazing. And then, you know, we got the Meg with Jason Statham, Rainn Wilson, and a big-ass shark.
Now, what are you more intimidated by, that big-ass shark in the Meg, or some of these arm wrestlers like the Mountain who just won that last match?
Ooh, I don't know, man. I feel like the Mountain might be able to take an arm, but a Meg could just swallow me whole. Ooh, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't want a piece of either.
I'm afraid of the Meg.
Amazing. All right, well, we got one match left. Any predictions, Devin or Matt Mask? Who you got?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. You know, I think I'm gonna go with Devin this time, man. I'm gonna roll with him. He looked like he got something to prove.
All right, well, we'll see. I can't wait to find out. Ben, back to you. Paige, thanks so much, man. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jason. Love that Old English D. The pride of Detroit is that man there. Now we get a look, Max Tobin, at highlights from the last couple of matches, and they haven't been long, but they've been good, intense matches. Take us through them.
It's been a great night, yeah. A lot of intense wars back and forth. That was a great match, especially that crazy third round that you're watching there with Tatiana coming back from a bad position, a losing position. That was a great finish. And we also had Barbosa and Todd. A lot of fireworks there. Barbosa looking to attack, but just couldn't do it and got drained and just got into Michael Todd's world in that match.
Winner. So that's a look back at the last two matches. Match 4, match 5. There's one left.
We've saved the best for last, and that's putting it lightly.
The main event with Matt
Devin,
Mask.
Larratt, Matt Mask. This is going to be epic. This is going to be history. I can't hype this matchup enough.
And
I'll let it do the talking.
This guy right here, Steve Kaplan, he's the president, commissioner. What else do you do?
Janitor.
Everything, man. Good to see you in our booth.
Water boy.
So talk to us about this season. I've been involved with you for 3 years. In previous years, it was a tournament fashion and tournament format. What have you liked about this season, the Supermatch series?
You know, Ben, the Supermatch format is ideal for our sport and what we're doing. Really, we get our marquee guys. We're able to promote them. We're able to get great matchups and great cards and great characters to really project the sport out there to show people what it really is. And then, you know, from there, we get to build.
And, one more before Max asks you on it. This event here tonight, I mean, they've all been good in their own right. But this, I mean, can we make them all like this?
The last one was unbelievable, and
I mean,
yeah, that would be. I'd settle for that. This is a fun one for sure.
Just the celebrities and the building and everything about it. They've all been great buildings in their own, but this is just special being out here. Isn't
it really is, and it just kind of shows the trajectory of the sport, you know, in general, and it's really the athletes, the competitors, and it's so engaging. It's awesome. It's an awesome experience.
Yeah,
I've been lucky enough, Steve, to be involved with all the events this year, and I really feel like it's been building. Every event's better. Bigger, more exciting, you know, more of a show. And I really feel like we're building up into the last event just being the showstopper to end it all. So tell us a little bit about the last event next month.
So 406 in Atlanta is going to be amazing. It's a 4-hour live event, starts at 7 o'clock. It'll be on BR Live exclusively. Tickets are available, some left still, but it's in Turner Studios. And what we have on that card is just simply nuts. We have a 4-man lightweight battle royale, and there's one guy that's coming in at it. Who knows, man? It could be Max hitting
real crazy guy being
and we've got a middleweight, and then we got some a light, middle, heavyweight championships and a women's championship. So it's going to be awesome.
Exciting.
Yeah, and that gets unveiled when? Later tonight, right?
Yeah, right after this event is over. So it'll be 10 o'clock Pacific time. Website, yeah, it should be great.
Steve, thanks for all you do. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for all the fans out there, the sport, for what you do. We all appreciate it.
Thank you. It's fun, man. You guys are doing great. It's awesome.
Thanks. Steve Kaplan, president of the WAL. Let's take a look now at the upcoming main event, Max Tobin, and we preview it starting with the young man from Red Deer, Alberta, Matt Mask.
There is so much building into this match. Matt Mask has so much to prove. He's got a chip on his shoulder, Ben. He's lost to Devin for 15 years straight, maybe even going on more. He wants to beat him so bad, and he's willing to do whatever it takes in whatever fashion he has to.
And Devin, 9-time WAL champion. I mean, he is the Michael Jordan of this sport.
Well, a lot of people could could say that Devin's the best of all time, the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
It's between really him and John Berzing. Let's take a look at the crowd.
And the crowd anticipating these two men coming out. Earlier today, Jason Fisher had a chance to catch up with Devin Larratt.
Devin, no limits, Larratt. You got a big match coming up against Matt Mask, who's coming in super confident off of 2 big wins.
He's lying to you. If anybody told you he's super confident, somebody at some point has lied to you.
Okay, now I know you are a student of the sport. You've faced off against Matt many times before. What have you seen in your preparation and studying of Matt's preparation to get you ready here today?
Well, Matt does really want to beat me. He's wanted to beat me since 2000, and every single time he tries, he's the guy learning something. And today's going to be no different.
So what are you going to teach him tonight that he hasn't already learned in the past?
The art of submission. That's pretty much it. You will come to peace with letting go of this dream once and for all.
All right, well, we'll find out. I cannot wait for this match. Good luck tonight. He's ready. He's ready to go.
Wow. Great stuff there. Tail of the tape. Your thoughts on that, Max?
Well, both these guys are freaks in every sense of the word. 6'5", leverage, hand size. Both have insane ability. Both have insane talent. Man, you're in for one, folks. Hang on to your seats. Hang on to your seats for this one.
Well, let's take a look at Facebook. There was a lot said on there. We'll get into that as we go along. But the poll, and it's swayed heavily Devin's way.
Devin Larratt. I mean, he's been the man for years, and he's proved it, and Matt wants to take that spot badly.
All right, for the final time tonight, our main event, we go to our pit announcer, Justin Roberts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. This contest is a best-of-5 heavyweight war. Introducing the participants first, competing out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, standing at 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in at 249 pounds with a record of 31 wins and 11 losses. He is the electric wild horse, Matt Mask. His opponent, competing out of Big Island, Ontario, Canada. He stands at 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 259 pounds. He was the 2015, 2016, and 2017 WAL heavyweight champion and one of only 4 people to have won the WAL hammer on both arms. With an amazing record of 31 wins and only 3 losses. He is considered one of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, no limits, Devin Larratt!
Oh, yeah!
Oh, man, this is as electric as it's been the entire spring and summer, Max. Nothing has touched this yet, this match.
You might as well just pour the gasoline on the fire because things are about to get very heated in here.
And this will help the money.
Yeah, but no, this one's not about money, Ben. This one is not about money. This one's about pride and just will to win. Matt wants this more than Devin.
Yes.
Matt wants this way more than Devin. But Devin is Devin.
But it's got to be a little bit about money.
So we don't anybody's fucking time. Let's get it on.
Devin's getting his head.
Come on.
Oh, man, they are intense.
Let's do it. You want to go? No, I want to fight you. Okay, let's do this. Okay, gentlemen, square up.
Best of 5.
Back this up. Close your thumbs. Crack! Close your hands. Go. What was that? Hey, listen, if that was me, you would have called a foul. Everybody knows the floss. Everybody knows that. Why do you hate me, Bart? Why do you hate me? You know that would have been a foul. Hey, just don't let him do that for real, or else I'm going to start pushing it too. Hey, you know, people complaining about me. You got to look at this guy and go.
Hey, gentlemen beat you on the go.
Devin has came with the mind games on a 10 out of 10.
Big time.
And I got to make a quick comment. Devin's been trolling Matt on social media. Just making post after post, video after video. Just getting in his head, Ben.
They're both 6'5". They're both about 250. They're both Canadian.
Flat. That's as tight as that thing's gonna get, man. That's as tight as that thing's gonna get, Barb. Settle down.
This first match is going to tell a lot.
Before we say no. You see what he's doing there? Then don't. You see what he's doing there? Listen, it's not your job to fight me. You let go of me. We're not. What do you pull me back for?
I'll put you right in the center.
I'm not
Close
going
your
to play
thumbs.
the game.
Close your thumbs.
I'm not going to play the game.
Close your hands. Go.
I'm speechless just watching this.
Wow, I can't even talk.
Wow. 2, 3. What's up? Go one more round. One more year. One more year.
Wow.
Please stop the
That was a cutthroat moment. That was just
Matt.
Devin showing absolute just killer instinct and superiority. That was vicious. That was brutal what I just saw. Devin played with him and made him look like an amateur, even though Matt's one of the best in the world. And now Matt's out of his element.
Yep, totally.
Wow, he's just mentally put him in a headspin.
Yep.
I'm not playing the game.
For the last 7 weeks.
Pumped up my money, Bar. Like, I'm good. That guy just blew his load already. You know that, right?
Really working him.
Well, I know he's trying. I know exactly what he's trying to do. Man, it's not the first fucking time. It's a layup, man. It's a layup.
1-0. Devin Larratt with a lead.
Right in the center. Close your thumbs. Stays flat there, Devin.
Where you running? Where you running?
Go.
Where you running, dude? See, everybody's always thinking I want the strap. How's that finger? That feels good. How's that finger? Feels good. Yeah, got it. Man, you don't want to come in a fight with a bad finger.
Dislocated those fingers more than once as Mask.
Oh, I asked Mask about it. I said, how many fingers have he dislocated? I think he said 5 over the years.
It's happened a
5
lot.
or 6.
Yeah.
He doesn't have he might have 1 or 2 good fingers left.
Right.
That's combining his hands.
And we've seen him do it this year in an earlier event, the Supermatch Series Showdown.
Close your hands. Go.
Oh, Matt can't get in the zone. He has Devin. He has it. He's close. That's better. That's better.
Yes.
That might be a pin. That's a pin. That's a pin. Matt Mask is here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's on, Ben. It's lit now. Yes.
1-1.
Yes. This is what I wanted so badly. This is what I wanted badly. Matt Mask. Look at that statement.
Larratt flexing that hand as we look back at the pin from Mask.
Matt was patient. He got Devin's hand just compromised enough and then pushed his hand just a little bit higher and a better leverage, hit to the side, finished.
Yes.
Take the minute.
And the vital numbers, what are your thoughts on those and what do they mean exactly, Max?
Well, the key things here are hit. You saw Matt, he can hit hard and fast. But Devin is the table IQ and the counter and just his hand he's the all-around package. The only thing Matt's got him is that hit.
Yep. Everything else he's
favored.
The best at.
Favored.
What are you waiting for, man? How much time do you need? I got all day, man.
The mind games continue. Mask still has 25 seconds to get to the table.
And we got to mention, Devin's arguably the best in the world at those mind games
No
on
question.
the table. He
No
knows
question.
how to push the buttons and get in his opponent's head.
Yep. 7 weeks, no weights for Devin Larratt. He said he's doing a thing called Kensai. All it was walking and arm wrestling.
6 more seconds.
He said, we'll see how it works out for me. Right now, 1-1. Here's Mask to the table.
Here we go, gentlemen. Square shoulders, straight wrist. Want to see a thumb knuckle. Go right in the middle. Right there. Open up. Open up. I want to line this up. Close your thumbs. Right here is good. That looks good. Close your hands. Down. Strap.
Running, he said.
But Matt's confidence is building right now because I think he found the right angle.
Okay.
That second round, you saw it. He found the right angle to attack Devin's arm, and he was able to finish. So I think he's going to go right back to that spot. A very heavy back pressure into the lower part of Devin's hand and fingers. I think he's going to try to get in a similar angle here.
All right.
Stay palm to palm, please.
Since 2000, these two have competed. You heard Devin Larratt say in the interview with Jason Fisher, he hasn't beaten him. Larratt's owned him.
He's going to do it again. Watch for it.
Chance for Mass to take down the biggest name in the sport, but a long way to go to do that.
This round is so
Foul. Foul. Keep that over. One foul. Got one foul on Devin, raising his elbow. Close
You
your
hear
thumbs.
Bart Wood with a word there, a foul on Devin Larratt.
Close your hands. Go.
Mask is in position. Mask has got everything in the world.
Wow.
Oh, that was close. That might have been a pin. But Devin's holding. Mask thinks he pinned him. Unbelievable. How is Devin holding it? Unbelievable. Devin is an animal.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that angle. Whoa.
That's a foul.
Running foul.
Yes.
Restarting the match. Running foul on Devin.
Yes.
Take him up. I'm way up on this job now.
Elbow off the back.
Reset it.
2 fouls on Devin.
Wow.
Yep. So
That
one more.
Mask
Yeah.
literally came a millimeter
Yes,
from hitting him.
he did.
You see how close that was?
Yeah, I did.
Unbelievable. And then Devin just sunk into a spot where he could just hold and just drain
Devin
it.
has 2 fouls.
You heard
Matt's doing
Bart
a
Wood.
great job
Yep.
of adjusting.
So
Adjusting very well.
Reapply the strap.
But Matt needs to finish fast.
Yes.
Because Devin's endurance, you saw it.
Yes.
A 10 out of 10.
A 10, yeah.
I'd rate it 100 out of 10. I don't think there's any arm wrestler in the world with better endurance than Devin Larratt.
Yep. Michael Todd was what, at a 9.6?
9.6, and he's
and
in the
he's
ballpark,
probably
yeah.
second, right?
Yeah, he might be the second in the world.
Yeah, that's how good he is, to your point.
But right now, Mask is showing he's got the top end horsepower.
Yes.
He
Yes.
can't pin Devin. He
Yes.
can't pin.
Yes.
But will he?
2 fouls on Devin Larratt. 1-1 as we look up top, from up top, down on the pit.
As a silence falls in front of the
Oh,
crowd.
it's amazing, the feel in here.
Close your thumbs. Good. Close your
Our own
hands.
Fight Club.
Mask loads up. Mask has his hand again.
He does.
He's waiting, he's waiting, he's
got
waiting.
him. Or does he?
Oh, Devin's holding.
Yep.
Matt's waiting.
Devin coming back, getting it back into the middle.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet,
No,
man.
it's not.
You
2-1.
saw how close Mask. He knows the
Yes.
formula.
Yep.
He just needs to hit faster and finish earlier before Devin can get in his position and reel him back in.
No
He has
question.
to finish fast. And he was so close to doing it there. Look at this. Let's look at this replay here, Ben.
So close.
Mask found his spot, but then Devin made him pin his own arm.
Yep.
That's how you really break someone mentally, man.
Yeah.
Is when you show them that you're spirit and you make them pin their own arm. Classic Devin. Classic Devin.
2-1, Devin Larratt can wrap it up if he's able to win this 4th pull. If not, it will go to a decisive 5th round, and I think every single person, including us, wants to see that here in this main event.
The 5th round would just be a story tale that just, you know, it would just make the dramatics so perfect. But right now, Devin's in Matt's corner.
I mean, is that legal?
I don't know the rule book on that.
You're taking care of me.
I mean,
just
it's
as good as you
honestly,
are him. I got to reset and then jump on my arm and press.
Camp out if you can.
Yeah.
Time ticking away. Devin Larratt back to the table. Matt Mask. The buzzer sounds. He's taking every second and then some he can to save what endurance he can against the guy that has better endurance than anyone in this circuit and maybe in the world.
Here's what I know. Mask has so much heart. He's so ferocious. He wants this so bad. So I know he's going to dig deep. He's going to dig into a gas tank for every last ounce of power he has right now.
He's got to, down 2-1.
Straight wrist. Close your hands. Go. Scrap.
Scrap time.
We're going there anyways. Why piss around? We're gonna go there
I
anyways.
love it.
Not even trying.
Look at the veins bursting in Mask's forearm. Filled up.
Yep.
You like that?
Devin eyeing him.
One more year
Mask.
chance
Yep.
starting. Exactly
Yep.
playing into Devin's favor.
Yep. Mask not even looking at him.
Okay.
Two
Stay
proud
straight.
Canadians.
What's wrong, Matt?
Fine, like a savage.
Close your thumbs.
I've already got mine closed.
All right.
It's not even, like the elbow. Can you please watch the elbow from moving?
Me and you.
Like,
Stop. Stop.
You can't give me a foul for anything.
I said,
He didn't. He said stop.
Just listen to him whine and just say go, man.
Classic Dev.
square up.
All Dev wants is a go.
Right.
That's all. Of
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go.
Larratt trying to win it.
Devin has position. Matt's waiting.
Yes.
Matt's conserving. Oh, but Devin's got his hand.
Yeah. Just staring him down.
Work it. Come on, push it. Push it. I want you to remember.
Devin Larratt wins it 3-1. And again defeats
Don't fucking touch me right now. Hey, we can be friends again. Don't touch me right now.
Matt Mask. That is going to sting for Matt Mask.
wow.
But Devin Larratt shows you why he's a 9-time WAL champion and the best in the world as he wins this super match over Matt Mask 3-1.
That was a brutal display of Devin's superiority on the table.
Yes, it was.
I think he beat Matt mentally first and then physically second. And you know, as much talent as Matt has, Devin is just that percent better, just that tiny bit better.
Yes, indeed. Let's get down to Jason Fisher standing by in defeat with Matt Mask.
Matt Mask, you gave it your all out there. Tell me what happened in that first round. It's almost like you just didn't want to play that game and let him have it.
Well, I wasn't going to play the game. He had the advantage from the beginning. The elbow was out. The strap was already pressured up on my wrist. I'm not going to continue to pull when I'm in a bad position, right?
Yeah.
Try to save a little bit more for the later rounds, but so we should go sometimes, right?
Now, Devin likes to talk a lot, clearly. How does that affect you, if at all, when he's saying a lot of things to you during the match?
He was talking. I didn't hear a fucking thing he was saying.
All right. So you've been super confident. You've been super hot in WAL competitions all year long. Obviously came up just a little bit short. How do you bounce back from this and regain your focus, regain that confidence moving forward?
Yeah, I learned something new tonight, so you're never counting yourself out, right? Yeah, it ain't never over till she's completely over. I still got an arm. I still got my fingers. They may not look pretty, but they still work, so.
Definitely don't have pretty fingers, but they work, and you will be back. So congratulations, Matt. You'll be back, and we can't wait to see you. You're an amazing competitor. Let's give it up for Matt Mask, everybody. Devin. All right. I'm here with Devin Larratt, the champion again. Talk a little bit about you've faced Matt Mass many times in many competitions. What's it like going up against a competitor like him?
I remember the first time I saw Matt, I was just in awe of his natural talent. And, you know, every year I've seen him just get, it really might just be one more year this time. Yeah.
All right, so what is next for you? I mean, I've seen you at all these events. Who can beat Devin Larratt? Does that person exist?
Of course that person exists. Of course he does. You saw how close that was, and that was only Matt.
Oh, okay. Now, everyone here knows this is a game of strength and technique, but this is also a mental sport, and you play that game better than almost anybody. Talk about, I mean, you were in his corner, you were talking to him the whole time. What type of mental games are you trying to play with your opponents?
You know, so much of it is people have to know that it's okay. Like, you don't have to be rude in everyday life, but the sport of arm wrestling, it opens those doors and lets you play these games. We all forgive each other at the end, you know? Matt and I played hard.
All right, well, congratulations, Devin. You put on quite a show, and I can't wait to see what's next for you. Everyone, give it up for Devin Larratt one more time. No limits. And a big thank you to this crowd for coming out tonight. WAL Los Angeles, give yourself a round of applause. It was an amazing event. I cannot wait for the finals in Atlanta. Ben, Max, take us home.
Thank you, Jason. Thanks to Justin Roberts as well. Great job. And a final thought from you here tonight, Max Taubman, before we bid so long from LA.
What a night, what a show. It lived up to it. So many, celebs came by. The crowd was lit. It was a very exciting show, and we're going to end on an even bigger note in Atlanta.
We are, and that's it from Los Angeles. WAL 405, last stop on the road before championship night in September. Arm wrestlers here took home their piece of more than $250,000 in prize money for this season. Now the best of the season will set their sights on one thing: WAL Champions Night, where only the best can claim the WAL hammer. You're going to be there, aren't you?
I heard a rumor I might be in the 4-man lightweight battle royale.
All right. Grand finale will be a 4-hour live event on Wednesday, September 5th, starting at 7 at the arena at the Turner Studios in Atlanta. It will include 4-man light and middleweight battle royales, 3 super matches, including Dave Chafee in a preview match for the 2019 series, and a whole lot more. Remember to check WALunderground.com for more. For Max Taubman, all of our crew, my name is Ben Holden. Good night, and thanks for watching.